I didn't know. I only knew New York. I knew New York, Philly, and Connecticut because I was starting to travel a little bit, but maybe some DC cats too. But when I came to Chicago, I always remember the feeling I had like y'all was already on something we weren't on. Like it's a lot of y'all. Like, do y'all have a comedy camp? Yeah, because it was like, yo, that's my man right here. That's little Adele right there. Like y'all had a lot of like, yo, that's my man. Yo, he funny as hell right here. He been doing it 3 years. He been doing it 6. He been doing it 4. And Katz was coming with
everybody was
fire.
coming with fire. Cheryl Underwood, she was killing. Everybody was killing, and it was this thing that was going on. Like I said, it was like a golden era where everybody was just doing their thing. And back then, a lot of the gangsters and pimps, like they'll leave you alone too. If you was in your craft, if you was going to go do a show somewhere, like some cats run up on you, like, yo, what you want or whatever. If you told them that's what you was doing, they
be like, yo, man, what time is that? I'm going to come through.
We need to laugh. You know, we've been out here pitching all day and shit.
I used to do my shows at the Peppermint Lounge, and it was
my God, don't say that word.
I'm sorry, you about to have a trauma. You about to have a trauma.
Oh, my God.
The Peppermint Lounge was, for all the people that may not have been a part of this era, like he said, golden age of comedy. The Peppermint Lounge was the premier black comedy club and the toughest on the East Coast. I don't think there was another room on the East Coast. It was in
Queens, right?
No, it was in East Orange, New Jersey.
It was in New Jersey.
On Main Street. And it was a tough club.
Oh, my
450
God.
deep, 500 people.
I remember when I went out there, Patrice O'Neal was like, yo, meet me up at the whatchamacallit. We can get you on. I said, all right. You was hosting. Brought me on stage. I said, hello. And they was like, boo. And I was just standing there looking like,
oh, no.
Yo, wait a minute. And I look in the audience. You know who was booing me the hardest?
Who?
Anthony Mason.
You lying.
I swear. He was like, boo. I'm like, dude, I ain't even say nothing. Then you came up there with that 100,000 smile, grabbing the mic, like,
yeah, let's
yo, $1 million smile. You was like, all right now, y'all, all right now, y'all give it up,
give it to Deon. Deon, go get out of here. Right. Get to the airport right quick, because they're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you, Deon. Get out of here. But our club, it was a make or break type of situation, you know. That club made me who I am. It was so hard to make people laugh, because, you know, they were real cats. You got street cats in there, people that work hard 9 to 5. You got moms, single moms. You got people, crews of girls. It's just like, you know, just had a fight with their baby father, and they just really want to come out and have a good time. So there was real energy in that room. So you had to have jokes that could relate to the real people.
Yeah, and I made it my business, though. Every time I came anywhere on the East Coast, New York, Jersey, anytime I came out there, I made it my purpose to go back there. And I went back there. I think you wasn't there that night. And I went back there and destroyed that motherfucker.
It gave you some wake up.
No, I rode all the way. I rode all the way back to New York with no radio.
Just in your feelings. In your
looking out the window.
That's ridiculous what they did to me. I ain't even do nothing. Remember when you used to get your ass when you be like, I didn't even do nothing.
One joke off. I kept going, I can't tell a joke.
Nah,
I can't tell.
I don't think, maybe it was something you had on.
I said hello. It might have been that too.
Hello is not. Nah, you should have said what up.
I should have said what up.
Hello is like
I
hello.
was like, hello.
Uh-oh.
Like, boo. I was like, what the fuck?
So check this out. As we, because I want to tell the story visually how I witnessed your career, right? So let's just say if I'm if I'm a junior, you're a freshman when it comes to comedy, as far as coming up in the game. So I had a jump on you. Say I'm an upperclassman, you're a freshman coming to the big comedy high school. Boom. So I seen you in the freshman class. I say, yo, money right there. He gonna be good in a little bit. He gonna be all right, right? I seen you. Next thing I know, now you a sophomore. I'm a senior about to graduate. Boom, go into movies, go into TV and do all this stuff. I still know that you at the high school and you getting better and you about to come out. Now you a junior and I'm in college, right? That's how I feel like I've witnessed your career. And I remember vividly not seeing you for a minute and not knowing what happened. So I'm like, damn, Deon don't do comedy no more. And then I showed up at Conan. And I was a guest on Conan, and you came out the writing room to say what's up to me, and you was like, yo, B, I'm in here. I said, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I ain't never, you the first brother I knew that was a writer. That found out how to be in the writing room, right?
Yeah.
So you came out, you say, yo, what's up? You introduced me to Conan and some of the writers another way.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you go on a TV show, you just go in there to do your jokes, promote your project, and you out. Right. But to know one of your boys is in the room. Yeah. And I used to do Conan every year. Yeah. Sometimes twice. So how did that happen for you? How did you make that transition from me seeing you as a stand-up comedian to becoming a really legit writer?
So it's this thing called opportunity. A lot of black folks won't give it to you. A lot of them will, but a lot of them won't, especially back then.
Right.
It was like they one person at a time. Correct. Remember that? Like one person can get at a time.
Yeah.
One person get at a time. And it's, you know, nowadays it ain't really like that, but back then it was like one person at a time. So you have to look at the game and you got to look and go, okay, what's other ways I can go about this? You know, my game, my A or B and C plan ain't working. Okay. You know what I mean? So it was like, what can I do? What do I love doing? And I loved working. Ricky Smiley was the very first person to give me a writer's job. So I wrote for him, and I wrote for all these Crank Call CDs that he had and everything. And then when he started hosting Comic View, he took me along to work to write on there. And I always thank him for that or whatever, you know. And so when Conan came about, it had me thinking about Ricky. And I was like this, man, maybe that'd be dope if I ever wrote for him, that'd be great. Not thinking he'd ask me, I'm thinking this before I even did The Tonight Show.
Oh, snap.
So then I did The Tonight Show, and he just, man, it just came together. He came and talked to me about parking spaces. Conan came and talked to me about parking spaces. We laughed about that. I left. 2 weeks later, he asked me to write for him. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. My history and my training that Ricky came and gave me helped me with them. You know, well, I thought it was gonna help, but it did not help me. But I still did I did what I had learned with Ricky, but it was a whole different program working with.
So Conan. You saying when you got to network TV, Conan's show is one of those. It was like at that time, Jay Leno was still rocking,
yeah,
right, and they were grooming him to be the predecessor, like
yeah,
right,
that's Pullman Conan,
right there.
Pullman, yeah.
So you right there, and you on a major network.
Yeah,
you probably won
NBC,
probably the only brother in the room.
Only brother in the room.
What was that like?
This is the Tonight Show, the one Jimmy Fallon hosts. I was the only black dude writing at the Tonight Show that for like
how many years?
9 years.
9 years.
9 years I was there writing for Conan. Well, I wrote for Conan for 9 years. We was only at the Tonight Show for a year before all that jumped off with Jay Leno and they like took Conan off the air or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I wrote on there for like a year for the Tonight Show, and then we had to leave. And then we toured, and then then he got his show on TBS, and that's where I went. But
so then you transitioned with him to TBS.
Yeah, I transitioned.
Because I feel like there was about a 12-year, 13-year run where I didn't see you as much because you were, or was it because you were writing?
I was actually around, but I was on the white circuit.